Hey there, Fat Bikers. It's the last of September, and I'm here on a bridge over the Salmonair River. I think this bridge was built just about 100 years ago. And I'm on my way down to Holyrood Pond to do a little overnight bike packing trip. At home, the weather was overcast and drizzle the past couple of days, but down this way, it's been more just cloudy and dry. So I'm hoping it'll stay that way so that I can get a nice trip today and a dry overnight and a fun adventure. So I'm here at Holyrood Pond, and my goal today is to make it over there. Now I got to ride along the shore, go up a significant distance and back down the other side. So I'm aiming to get over there, which is about 20 kilometers. I'm not quite sure what the shoreline is going to be like. It could be relatively rocky and hard to ride, or it could be relatively easy to ride. Not quite sure. And up at the, I guess, the mouth or the head of the pond, I've seen a couple of different images. It could either be very wet or very dry. So I won't know till I get there. So let's see what happens. All the ways out there, you might see the dips in the land. That's the ocean. And this pond, Holyrood Pond, I think it has basically two levels. The level is at now and high tide. Well, not high tide, but the high level. Because in the spring of the year, they have to get excavators down in the community of St. Vincent's down there to dig out the opening where this pond enters the water. Because the pond gets really high and it lets a lot of the water out. And the unique thing about Holyrood Pond, it is a mixture of, I guess, salt and fresh water, and there's all sorts of different types of fish and aquatic life in there. Now, the path that I'm on here now may not be rideable in, say, the high tide, but like during this time of year in the early mid-ish fall, so far it's quite rideable. I'd assume that the water will come, say, right up to here in the spring and have to, move its way out. I left the beach because there's a big outcropping just out that way a little bit that is about 4 feet high. I have to lift the bike over it, but there was a trail coming inland. Big climb, a big push up that way. I might just walk up that way first just to see what it's like, because that's going to be a heck of a push, because there's a side trail just maybe 20 feet back that way I might have to take. I'm just going to dodge up there first and see what it's like. Holy cow, this is a bit of a hike bike. A lot of reeds, kind of marshy-ish, barely rideable. I've been pushing Harry there for a while, but you can see the beach is right there. So it seems to be slowly. This does go along parallel the beach, but I was hoping that it would probably come out a little bit sooner. On my way back, I may ride the beach right up to the big outcropping, and then heft Harry up over the outcropping, take the bags off. Try it that way, because this is a slog. I walked in the path, I'd say about 1.5 kilometers. There's several down trees and several wet spots, and nothing that's really rideable, and it's all pushable. So, and I didn't come to the end where it gets back out to the beach. It's still a rather steep bank getting out to the beach there. So I'm gonna go back down and that outcropping see if I can get my bags up over that and the bike up over that, and then ride the beach. The beach down there is kind of rocky, so we'll see what happens. I may also go back and further explore that side trail just before that big hill, just to see where that goes. But that just sort of heads inland, and I'm not quite sure. I just don't want to ride a couple of kilometers and be in a spot where I know somebody's cutting wood. So anyway, time to go back and turn around. I don't know if this U240 might just turn into a day trip, because it's probably, I've been, I guess, biking for an hour now, and I've only gotten really a couple of kilometers, so nothing significant at all, but we'll see. Okay, Harry, time to head back. That path looks kind of promising. It still climbs up and it kind of circles back. I walked in about half a kilometer, but still, I don't know if it just dead ends or what have you. But I'm just going to go down just through the trees there and see about getting up over the outcropping of rock. So that's the outcropping there. I got to see if I can, I'll have to take the bags off the bike and climb over that to get to the other side. Well, I made it over two of the outcroppings. There's one more up here. Now this particular size of rock right here is not that easy to ride. So I'm hoping it gets a little better on the other side of that outcropping, because otherwise I'm going to have to make a call on this, on what I'm going to be doing, because this is going to be a real pain in the patukas to be riding for 20k. Now it does look a little less rocky up that way. Yeah, if it stayed like this size, it wouldn't be too bad. One thing that's really interesting is the rock formations. They're like, I haven't seen these like this before. It's just like all on an angle, like giant fish scales. I think it's highly sedimentary rock, going back to my high school geology. Now, I don't know what's on the other side of this. You're going to be seeing it for the first time. You're going to be seeing when I see it. I'm going to have to get the bike over this. Well, there's no trouble. I got the bike up over the other piece. Look how worn this is down here, but up here it's more rough. This must be the water level when it's high tide or high level in the pond. Let's see what's it like over here. More of the same and another outcropping. So I'm just going to walk over to that outcropping over there and see what it looks like on the other side. That other trail that I was on was actually up at the top of the ridge up there. So I guess maybe in its day when it was used, it was a pretty decent trail to avoid all this and the outcroppings, because according to online, if you look at the maps, it does come back out on the trail. That doesn't look very promising up that way for riding. It'll just be walking, and I don't know what it's going to be like on the other side. And there's no way I can ride that with the big rocks coming down there and the rocks there. So, as well past lunchtime, I think I'll sit down, enjoy the sunshine, have some lunch, and decide what I'm going to do from there. There are a couple of more trails down this way that I'd like to try. I might just go do them. Not quite sure. But like over on the other side, I can see the shoreline, and it might be the same like over there. It looks like an absolutely gorgeous spot. I almost see the green grass. But I'm not going to be able to get over there on the beach. Suppose I could go try that other trail that that goes up in the woods, but the thing is, I have no idea where that goes. It might take me on another wild goose chase just into, like I said before, a place where someone, you know, cut some wood, or may lead to the shore where it's great for riding on. I don't know. Anyway, it's almost time for lunch. Well, that didn't work out as expected. I was hoping to get around Holyrood Pond, tried two ways, didn't work out. Might have to do a little bit more research into that other trail to see if that goes on the other side of the pond, as well as try to get, you know, pond side conditions, see what the rocks are like. But I do have a plan B. Down the highway a little ways from St. Mary's to community, and this street, this road is called Bog Hill Road, something like that. Anyway, this goes and connects with St. Vincent's Church Lane, I think, Church Road. So I'm going to take my bike there now and just ride in there. I don't think there's any good spots for bike packing, but since I'm out this way, I might as well just take a ride. I'll be traveling pretty quick because I won't have any bags on me. So we'll see what happens in here. Well, I've been climbing for the past little while, couple kilometers. I've seen a couple of paths turning off to the right towards the ocean. I'm not exactly sure where this one goes. Actually, there is, looks to be a field up here. Let's see where it goes. This is pretty nice scenery. The trail looks like it's going to be getting a bit muddy and a bit boggy, so I think I'm going to call it a day right now. I think I've gone about maybe 7 kilometers in this trail. It's a pretty nice little trail, but I don't want to be getting wet and muddy sort of thing. So that's it for my, I guess I might call it my Holyrood pond adventure, not a U240. But you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Thanks for watching.